what it do, gon' tell me how you feel. Chillin' with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it.
What's up, guys? What is up? This is Big Dog in the motherfucking house with another podcast. Let's get right to it. First and foremost, let's thank the Lord that we are alive to live another day, because tomorrow is never promised. And what we're going to talk about today is nice, quick, short, and straight to the point. Mental health. Mental health. We all go through it. We all suffer. We all feel it. We all don't understand it. Some of us do more than others. If you can admit to yourself that you have mental health, I'm not saying that you're crazy or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Mental health is inside of you. I'm going to give you an example. Mental health is being alone, not having someone around, not having someone to talk to, speak to, open up to, scared of people hurting you, many things. And unfortunately, all of us go through it. If you say you don't, you're a liar. It's just like a phrase that I always say. I always ask everybody before I get back to mental health. I always ask everyone. And the majority of the people fail. The majority of the people fail nowadays. When I ask an old school person, they rarely ever fail. They always answer correctly. I think it's an ego thing. I think it's a hypocritical thing. I think it's something that you're a hypocrite because you're a liar. And why am I saying this? Because what I always ask everybody, I always tell people, are you a good person or a bad person? The majority, 99.9% of the society right now, every single person that I have asked, young now, not the old, almost 99% of the people that I asked that are old school answered correctly. And all the ones that I asked now in this generation that we live in answered incorrectly. So if I ask you, are you a good person or a bad person? The majority of the society right now says, no, I'm good. And the majority of the old school generation says, I don't know. You know what the answer is? The answer is, I don't know. Because when you're an old school person, what I like to call an old school G, an old school person like myself, when we say that we don't know the answer to good and bad, it's because somewhere down the line in our life, we have done good and we have ddone bad. And not necessarily a bad thing like hurt someone or anything. No, we've lied. We've stole something when we were young. Something insignificant, something so small. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be something large. So automatically the society now jumps in heads and says, no, I'm a good person. I've never done anything. You're a fucking liar. You're full of shit. And that's the problem with our pussy ass society right now in this generation. And I'm asking such a simple fucking question and you can't even answer the question properly. I'm just asking you, are good or bad? And that's why I say the old generation always says, I don't know. And that is the answer. You don't know, because we've all done good and we've all done bad. We've all done something. Even though you don't want to admit it, and that's what I mean, you're a hypocrite. You don't want to admit it because you think people are going to judge you if you say you don't know, or you think people are going to judge you automatically if you say that you've done something bad. That's the problem with you. You live in the social media world that you care about what everybody thinks about you. And the old school generation, we don't give a fuck what you think about us. We don't give a shit what you say, think. It doesn't fucking matter, because it's better for us and our dignity inside of ourselves to admit that we've done good things and we've done bad things. It's what makes us human. It's inevitable. And that's what makes you a better person. Now, on the topic of the mental health, I've suffered from it. I have no shame to admit it. Loneliness. And that's always been the beginning of my life. Loneliness. We've all go through it. I went through it when I was young, high school. People not loving me, no one to talk to, no one to be around. Everything. What did I lead myself to? Sports. To keep myself occupied. Away from things, away from distractions. After I got over that hump, after so many years and, finding someone, the right person, it took a long time. I've been alone for a very, very, very long time. It's okay. It made me who I am today. It doesn't matter if you judge me or you don't judge me. I don't care. It made me the strong person that I am today. It's like it always says on the wall. If you see everything that I do and you hate me, you're just a fan. And I only owe my loyalty to those who I never had to question their loyalty. That's why those two things are on my wall. I don't owe my loyalty to anybody. If I have to question your loyalty, then you ain't the person for me. And if you hate everything that I do because it's good, it's not bad, it's always positive reinforcement, positive energy, then you're just a fan. It's that simple. And there's a lot of people who are going to want to be like you. I've seen to have that since I was young, for no apparent reason. When I've always been alone, I don't have any family or anything like that. And why would you want to be something that I've been hurt, destroyed by myself? You're seeing something that isn't true. It's like what I always say on Instagram and social media. You're seeing something what we put out, but you don't know what's the real true deal. I always put out the truth. I always say the truth. That's why I have these podcasts. That's why I talk. That's why I kick the real deal. And my whole entire life has been loneliness. And then once I found that person, which is my wife, and I put her on a big pedestal because she's been there through the good times, through the bad times, and through the really, really, really bad times, and the extremely, extremely, extremely bad times, more bad times than anything. That's why I am the way I am with her and treat her the way I treat her, because 99% of the time, nowadays in this generation, you will not find a woman like that. That woman will disappear and will leave. And there's so many other things. And it might be a Miami thing, but it's just the way it is. So finding the person that I found, it took away that loneliness. It brought me to a hole. My second thing that I have, which the majority of the people, like a couple of other people that I've spoken to or have spoken to me and open up and talk to me and tell me how they feel, it's loneliness. And that's the majority. That's the biggest thing, is loneliness in our lives. You know, that's why we refer back to social media. That's why we go back to looking at things and our perception is something that it really isn't. You go ahead and think you probably have a better life than the person that you see on social media posting and all these cool things that you think, and you want sponsors and you want this, and you don't know that they're little dogs and they're little pigs to the companies, and they got to do everything, and they got to post every minute, every second. If not, they don't get paid. And there's so many things behind it. They got to wake up at a certain time. They got to go to sleep at a certain time. They got to put makeup on a certain time. They got to do so many fucking things, and their life is fucking miserable when yours is better. But you're seeing something that you want, and then when you do get it, that's not what you really truly want. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? So don't ever think that you want something that someone else has, because their life might be even worse. Just because you see them making money doesn't mean that they're happy. Look at the majority of the people that have money. Look at some of these people, these athletes and things like that. No families, no husband, no wife, no nothing. Just a bunch of, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be mean. I'm not gonna even call them losers. I'm just gonna call them people who just, they're past a certain age. They're 38, 39, 40, 41, etc., 50, blah, blah, blah. And they're competing. They have no kids. They have no generation. They have no life, no wife, no husband, nothing to pass on. It's just all about competing. They're miserable. Loneliness. That's why in the sport, you see most of them kill themselves. That's the mental health. They're alone. They feel miserable. They're horrible in life. So you don't see that big picture until you see them pass away. And then you see somebody like Nick Trigili get on social media and go ahead and tell you this person just passed away because of mental health, etc., which he's done it very, very, very often. He's been talking about it a lot lately, because a lot of people have been killing themselves and passing away and things like that from mental health. And because nobody wants to hear them, they don't want to take the time, 5 minutes out of their busy schedule, which they call their busy schedule, just to open up a lending ear, just to listen to someone speak. And that's sad. It really is sad. That's why I'm talking about this, because I saw it the other day. And I said, you know what? I want to talk about this mental health, because it is true. It is out there. It's real. And it happens to a lot of us. It hurts us. It destroys us. It kills us. And we don't understand, because we don't want to listen to anybody. You know how many people I listen to a day? Do you know how many things make me feel better just by listening to them? It sounds crazy what I just said. It makes me feel better listening to someone talk about their personal life, about them opening up to me. And it makes me understand and realize I was there. I was in their shoes. I know how they feel. I had that until I found someone, and it took 34 years old, 35 years old to find someone. I'm 42 years old to be with that person now for 8 years. That is my wife. It took that long to find that person. Most of you are in a rush. Most of you want the person right now. It doesn't happen like that. God doesn't plan that like that. It just happens on its own. And unfortunately, that's life. You may find somebody immediately. You may find somebody later in your time, in your lifetime. But after I got over that hump, I went ahead into the other world of who's going to hurt me next. Is she going to hurt me? Is he going to hurt me? Is my friend going to hurt me? Who's going to stab me in the back? When are they going to stab me in the back? When is that person going to destroy me? You know how many people I've been through? I don't even own that many underwear of how many people stab me in the back. I can own 100 pair of underwear, more than that, thousands. And I'm not joking. Thousands of people that I've come in contact that have stabbed me in the back. But you know what that has done to me? It has made me stronger. It has made me who I am. That double-edged sword. Because everybody's coming with something. They're coming with a propósito. They're coming with a proposition. They're coming with something for something because they want something. I've already learned that. As you get older, you learn it fast. You pick up on it quick. At the very beginning, it takes a little time to catch on. And then after you start seeing the same repetitive thing, it's like the devil. He comes in different shapes, at different sizes, in different forms, in different humans, people, girls, boys, everything. It comes in different ways to how they can hurt you, how he can be conniving. After a while, it just becomes inevitable. He just disappears. You know why? Because you catch on to it so fast that you see it before it even walks in. So you need to pick your circle correctly. Find the right people. You don't need a million people. You don't need an entourage to be around you. You just need the right people to be around you. As long as you can count them with your fingers, that is phenomenal. The more than that, it's just a party. It's just too many fucking people in your circle. Those are the two things that I suffered from. And still to this day, I'm always wondering, who's the next one? Who's the next one? You see, because I overthink. I have that OCD problem. I'm always meticulous. I'm always doing stuff. Everybody will tell you when you come to the gym, it always smells phenomenal. I'd always have my sprays. I always have my little candles. I always have my little incense. I'm always mopping the floor. I'm very OCD. I'm always want more and more and more and more perfection and clean this and clean that and do this and do that. Even my staff will tell you, my employees will tell you. They even prepare specific things for me. When I come to the gym in the morning, they already know my OCD, how I like everything, what I like positions wise, everything. From trash bags to throwing out how many things, how to save every penny, every nickel, every dime. They've already picked up on it. It's very hard to work for me because I'm very OCD, like I just said. We're going to keep talking about that topic later on, but I just wanted to open up a little bit to you and tell you that we all suffer from it. Like I told you myself, you know, it was loneliness at the very beginning. It took a very long time till I was 34, 35 years old to find that right person so that I wouldn't be alone anymore, you know, to open up, to give my heart, because it's very hard to give yourself to somebody because most likely they're going to hurt you. Eventually, we all get hurt even from the beginning. It's a learning process. It's what makes you stronger. It what makes you move on to the next relationship, to keep your eyes open. You don't have to hurt the person. You don't have to downgrade the person. You don't have to destroy the person. That's what people used to do to me. And I used to feel it, but I would open up and talk and do these podcasts and it makes me feel better listening to people and things like that. That's what makes me feel better, you know? And then, like I said, the next person, who's the next person to walk in here and try to do that? But you know what? This has become such a beautiful home, such a beautiful environment, such a beautiful community that we go ahead and we've united so strong that no evil comes in here. None of the devil. Just send them to other gyms, other places. Get them out of here. Go to other places where they belong. They belong together. The trash is out there. Keep them outside. Keep them out of this area. When they walk in, they automatically feel it. They feel that aura. They feel that energy. They can't be in here because they're coming with bad intentions. Remember, we talked about a podcast about intentions, you know, and that's what people come here for. This is Big Dog kicking you the real deal. I hope I helped a little bit of you. We're going to keep doing these podcasts. It's very early in the morning. Yeah, it's about 4:30 in the morning and I'm doing a podcast. So, yeah, bada boom, bada bang, chicka chang. This is Big Dog and I'm out.
What it do? Gon' tell me how you feel. Chilling with the big dog, giving you the real deal. No lies or gimmicks, keep it authentic. It's time to turn up, yeah, it's time to get it. Hey.